Hello guys, Jai here. So berapa saving kena saya ada kalau nak beli satu rumah atau plan untuk beli satu rumah? Ini adalah satu question yang one of my best uni friend throw to me today. I think she start to consider about maybe for investment or for settlement. The first I think you need to ask yourself is for your purpose. Is it for own sake or for invest? Mainly for investment, maybe the main thing we need to look at is the figure, the ROI. How much rental can we make it? Then how many is the rental going to be expected? Is there any competitor nearby? Then if let's say for on stay, then I think it's another different story lah. Maybe you want to look into the neighbor, the amenities, the surrounding, the food. Is that something that you like? So first is to filter your own purpose first. Some people they will say maybe this house can fulfill on stay and invest at the same time. Is there any layout like that? I think yes. Maybe for Doki, is it that is the concept that you can fulfill two purposes at the same time, because basically when you enter from a foyer, then you can split, but that is not applicable to all situations, only very limited to if you own a Doki unit, or maybe you own a normal unit but you don't mind to see your tenant at the same time. Then the second is how much savings should I plan to have it. This is subjective to two. First is which location you are going to choose, and second is how big the unit you want. Like my last video I got mentioned, I will also share the link at here. For example, in a Queen's Waterfront, maybe that area, the price per square feet is nearby 1,000. So let's say kalau kamu nak cari dalam budget 500,000. So 1,000 per square feet, and you want to keep your budget in 500,000. So the size you can find is 500 square feet. Or maybe you can find a further away location, which the price per square feet might be 500 per square feet. So let's say your budget is also 500,000, then you can buy 1,000 square feet condo. This is the concept we must understand and use, PSF and also SF. Then another third to be considered is that, are you rushed to move in? Why I think this is quite important is because kalau kamu sangat rush untuk move in kan, then the cash on hand for you to hold is going to be more. Because for a subsale unit, you need to prepare 15% of the cash on hand. Meaning to say kalau rumah tu kan dia 500,000, so your cash on hand need to be 75,000. Cannot run, must be that figure. Why? Because 10% is the wang pendahuluan, the down payment. Then the 4% is the documentation fee. Meaning to say for the lawyer to prepare the loan and also for the S&P. Then the remaining 1% is for your agent fee. Is that going to be adjustable or not? Maybe sometime if the house you purchase, let's say the market value is 600,000, but your owner only want to sell you at 500,000, then actually you can borrow the loan based on 600,000, which is 90% of 600,000, meaning to say is a 540,000. In that case, maybe you don't need to pay for down payment. But if it's another way round, maybe the house price that you are going to purchase is 600,000, but the owner also want to sell it at 600,000. However, the value only can be 500,000. Then you only can borrow loan based on 500,000, which is 9545, meaning to say 450,000. So the gap between 450,000 is quite a lot, meaning to say it's about 150,000. So it's either, if you really very like that house, it's either you can go to withdraw your EPF, you can withdraw one time, if 1%, 20%, if 2%, then 10% each of the housing price. Second is either maybe you can try to seek for other cheaper options, or third, I think you can nego with the owner. How you can nego is by the bricks data, or maybe the most important thing is that if you really feel it's worth and taken up all of your quota, then you go ahead. But if let's say in future you still want to buy another house, then I think you need to reconsider whether it's worth to be taken up such a big chance, how to say the cost of chances, 机会成本. Because for me it's not only the money we need to pay, but it's also after we committed into this house, then if let's say we see another house that we want, maybe we will miss the chances. So if let's say you feel it's really good, I want to go for that, then go for that. But if let's say you still want to split, 你鸡蛋不想放在同一个篮子, you don't want to put all the eggs in one same basket, then you are going to split it and going to control your DSR level. So this is the third factor I think need to consider in the documentation, lawyer fee, agent fee, valuation fee for the subsale. And if for the first hand property, then mostly is a progressive interest. So for the down payment, but usually for kalau property with the first hand kan, standard is 10%, but sometimes maybe developer got rebate or what, then you can pay less. This is what applicable for first hand, but maybe not applicable for subsale, because subsale mainly you need to check the value. what is the gap between the value and the owner asking price, and is the owner asking price higher or the value is higher. And other than that is, if let's say you are buying for on stay, maybe you want to top up more for your renovation. Dream house need to do a lot. And for investment, maybe it's another way around. Maybe we no need to fork up so much in our renovation. So in brief, documentation fee to be considered if let's say you are buying from subsale, or your first hand unit, the developer, they don't absorb it. Second, progressive interest for first hand project, valuation fee for second hand from for subsale unit, agent fee for subsale unit, and the third is the renovation fee. And then I think there is mostly covered in this session. If another to be considered, I think is the interest rate lah, when you want to enter. Like I myself, I highly encourage for flexi loan. Then for example, the point how the flexi loan work is because our bank charge us the interest is based on compounding interest. So let's say today I loan 600,000, but if let's say I got 60,000 I can put inside, then my loan they charge the interest based on 600 minus 60, which means it's a 540,000. So the interest that I could not charge will be lesser. And for flexi, I can take out the 60 if let's say I got emergency lah. You can do it into full flexi or semi flexi. Is by you and also by the quotation of your banker. This one I cannot help because case by case basis, but you can compare all the big mortgage bank lah nearby. Like right now I think Maybank, Public, Hong Leong is offer quite a great rate as well. Maybe I think Alliance is also not bad. So this one you need to check back with your own agent and your consultant. Do remember, buying a house is not like buying a cabbage. It's different. It's a long-term commitment. So if it's a dream house, you need to make sure, is it you need to fork up for so much for this moment. For example, you earn 5,000 per month, then you want to commit 4,000 for this house. The point you need to consider in including whether you will get extra bonus, whether you will get salary increment, or maybe you can compromise a bit first to buy an investment first. Because I myself, I use a strategy to invest first, then only buy for on stay, because I got a place to stay. My family got a house, and most important thing is that I think the rental for residential is still acceptable. Unless you plan to get married very fast, you have big family member want to stay together, then you need to change your hierarchy and priority. This one is different for all people. Just that I choose investment first is because I see the location is good, I see the return is good. Although the price per square feet that time is a bit high, but the RIO is convinced me. Although some people say that it is a shoebox, but for me it's a Jimmy Choo shoebox that it can earn money. Now for investment, I don't look at the size. It's not on sale. On sale we need to look into the size because we literally live in there. But for investment, it's not like that. So I just see at the figure and the ROI. And yes, I do my research for the long rent, short term rental, competitor nearby, future LRT, all that I go to look into. But it's for your on stay, then maybe will be different a bit. So arrange your hierarchy first. If let's say you got your own property to stay, then maybe you can choose to buy investment first. Because if let's say your first property, second property, if the first is investment, then it can make money for you, which is also going to help in your second property, maybe as a side income. If let's say you got do tenancy agreement to collect rental, and remember to stamp your tenancy agreement and must have the transfer slip. Cash cannot. So that is my strategy lah. But like what I mentioned just now, everyone have different story. So you just do accordingly to your mean. And to give a better approximation, estimation for the saving that I need to have, I think minimum, maybe you can prepare 2 to 5% on hand. I think 5% will be merrier, but of course, the more the good lah, the most good to say lah. If let's say you still yet, not yet need to take out the money from EPF, then don't take first. Compare around the pricing and the package and the potential competitor and also potential development going to come out. For 500,000, I think maybe your cash on hand need to be at least 20 something to 50,000. For 600,000, maybe is 30 or something to 60 something. Then you can prepare accordingly. Not only the house price, progressive interest, but also the future renovation and also inflation. So maybe you can save this video, because yes, I did explain quite long, because it's to answer my friend question as well some of my other online friend like you. Maybe we never see that, but I really hope can help you. So see you until next time. I'm Jay. Bye bye.